Hi guys, Crypto Mark back again for the next installment of the Kaspa wallet tracking journey. The meme coins on Kaspa, the small little exercise KRC20s, which are the ones down the left hand side here you can see listed up, and these are the purchase amounts, which was $10 to $12 each back in December. Been doing this for 19 weeks I think now, just charting through the progress of the coins, the upward or downward trajectory as we've sort of teetered along. So this is the latest column here, the current prices. You can tell from the starting point of $10 to $12 each. Some are okay, vast majority aren't, in fairness. And what I'm going to do for the next few weeks is just chart through why they're not and what's happening with them. Is it just a case that the tokens are dead, or is it a case that the teams are just sort of treading water, for the want of a better expression? When the sentiment of the whole crypto market's down, the sentiment of Kaspa has been down. It's improved over the last couple of weeks, which I'll show you in a minute, and so has like all of crypto over the last couple of weeks. Excuse me, sorry, I'm feeling a bit under the weather at the minute. But yes, some of the projects will naturally die off. Some will just have a little bit of a breather and wait for something to improve and then kick on again and go for it with our teams. So that's kind of what we're going to be looking at. Have a look a bit wider market. Kaspa is up to 9.5 cents, which is pretty fantastic considering it was 5.5 cents about 3 weeks ago. So that's good. Let's have a look. Actually, we'll have a tell on here. 33% up in the last 2 weeks. Must have had a bit of a pullback because when I looked earlier on it was 55%. So yeah, but either way it's good. And to be fair, for me, I've said this time and time again on this channel, and I don't know where you guys are at with your individual journey in crypto or in investing just in general, but I'm very much a buy and hold person. So I'll buy with the long-sighted view of the project doing well over the longer term. Kaspa to me, doesn't matter if it's 50 cents tomorrow, 5 cents tomorrow. It honestly 100% does not matter. I've got a longer term view than that because I know how good the project is, as in pretty much in my opinion it's the best crypto that there is in terms of speed, scalability, security, the trilemma, all the things it can do. It can become a money crypto. So basically you could buy and sell things in shops or point of sale or to each other, peer-to-peer, with Kaspa. The only slight difference, I guess, is that the sort of build, the makeup of it is slightly different, as in it's a DAG compared to normal everyday sort of cryptos that are out there. So there may be a little bit of development that needs to take place for it to be factored in and for it to facilitate and work in all these different places. So, but again, that's part of the journey, isn't it? And that's kind of natural when you look at crypto. If you look at the likes of Bitcoin, it took ages for it to be like properly adopted, and it's still not even there yet. But it took a long time for people to realize the value of what they had, essentially, and that's kind of pretty much nail on the head what I think about Kaspa. It is really, really good, and people don't realize, and eventually they will, and I'll already have it. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. But yeah, we'll go. So KRC20s, this obviously is a KRC20 exercise, so let's have a look and see what we've got going on. Hero up 32%, Conan down 26%. And you look at that and go, oh, nightmare, down 26%. It's been up about 250% in the last few days. We spoke about Conan last week. Somebody asked on the comments if it was dead. At that time, it was a $250,000 market cap. It's now kicking the pants off 400,000. It was 550,000 yesterday. So obviously something has happened, which, well, to be fair, when I've looked, I can't see anything that has happened other than like $1,000 purchase of tokens, which, you know, when market caps are smaller than like say your Pepe and your Doge, where that millions and billions of dollar market cap. It takes a lot of money to influence and swing the price up or down. When the market caps are smaller, it takes a lesser amount of money for the coins to fluctuate up or down. Would $1,000 purchase throw it double the market cap? Not sure, but something clearly happened. I've looked at all the relevant Telegram, the X page. I can't fathom out that there's been any announcement or anything like that that's like significant to drive it that much. Does somebody know something about the project? Somebody getting in there early? This is all the kind of thing that crypto is basically. It's people in the know and such like that can influence prices and such like. So yeah, it's who knows is the honest answer. Unsure is the honest answer, to be fair. But we'll have a look. We've got Nacho top of the pack as usual. Just 12.5 million market cap thereabouts. This KAS again is up again. It's been up every single week for the last 6 weeks or so, something like that. I've seen it at about $2.5–3 million market cap. It's up to 8.5 now. 95% pre-mint. This is what has always put me off, this pre-mint, which is basically an allocation of the coins that nobody can get their hands on and that potentially somebody could just sell. I'm not disparagingly speaking about the project. That might not be the case. I know they've got a game. A certain percent of that 95% will be probably locked towards rewards for the game, that kind of thing. It's on me to look into it more. I haven't. It just kind of puts me off investing. But having said that, the price is going up every week, so that could well be that's my naivety and not looking into it and not getting it sorted in my own mind to invest or not. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. But yeah, these market caps are tiny. Like even 12 million. If you look at the likes of, well, pretty much every ecosystem has their own meme coin equivalent. So if you look at Brett, that's on base, and it's beaten like a $2 billion market cap. I think it's 300 odd million now, so it's down significantly, like most things of late, which we've referenced. But each ecosystem has its own like sort of leading light, like shining light, beacon of a meme coin, and Nacho seems to be, for now, the one with Kaspa. It's been there since the beginning when these were launched on the 15th of September, I think I seem to remember. And obviously another one can come along and just take over and go full steam ahead at some point, but that hasn't happened as of yet. There's no reason to think that will happen. And Nacho, the community are very strong, they're capable. Lots of X spaces, lots of giveaway rewards, promotion, NFTs, utility partnerships, the whole 9 yards, basically everything going on for it. But then you reference the fact it's 12 million. So, to 120 million, that's a 10x. To a billion, that's 100x. It leads you to think, not financial advice, obviously. Excuse me, apologies. Nothing is financial advice in any of these videos, by the way. I just need to get that referenced up here and now from the get-go. Clearly, I'm doing what I'm doing. You guys can choose to do what you want to do. That's absolutely fine. No problem about that. I don't want to influence anybody one way or the other. So yeah, just explaining like the smallness of the whole KRC20 projects, basically. And in fairness, it's been a little bit of a... I've been making these videos when the sentiment has gone down with Kaspa and with all tokens, in fairness, and Kaspa's actually done quite well in comparison to others. But again, it feels like I'm sort of labouring the point that, yes, it's just a waiting game and things are slow and things are going to take time to develop. And they are. And I'm kind of maybe even getting a little bit sick of my own voice of saying it, but I've made the commitment. I want to make these videos every week. I want this to be a journey that can be viewed. The ups and downs, the trials and tribulations along the way. And yeah, I firmly believe in Kaspa. Therefore, I believe that the KRC20s have definitely got a place within the whole marketplace, and they will be significantly higher than what they are now. The ones that survive, some may not survive, some new ones may come into play. That's kind of how it is with crypto at the minute. There's a new token every 5 minutes. It's a little bit of getting saturated. It feels like at times. So it's like, how do you pick the best one? It's looking at all your fundamentals, the community, what they've got going. If you've got any inside knowledge, it's, the situation with Pepe where someone bought like a couple $100 and went to millions of dollars, that can happen again, and that will happen again. But it's getting a little bit more like a needle in a haystack in terms of which pick you pick, and how do you know which one to go for, which one's going to be the winner versus which one's not going to be the winner. It's a little bit more of a lottery play. Hence, I started this journey with 15, 16, whatever it is, different tokens at a small investment point. And I dare say I'll just go again potentially and buy more when they keep coming out. And it's exciting. It's something for me to do. I enjoy looking at them. I enjoy trying to work out what's going on. Sorry, waffling a little bit. Let's have a little bit more of a spy, see what we've got. What I want to do very, very quickly indeed is have a little look at these top ones here. So we've got Comet. It went from $10 down to basically nothing for the last 8, 9, 10 weeks, and it's just been sort of sat doing nothing much. I wanted to have a little spy and see whether there's any rhyme or reason for that. What we'll do, we'll go on here and we'll have a look at Comet. I'm mindful I don't want to make these videos too long. I'm sure people are getting sick watching or what have you. $101,000 market cap. That's grand. Let's have a look what we've got. X. I'm pretty sure I checked these out and they're all they are posting. Yeah, April 16, 21 hours ago. Grayscale. Kaspa back on Grayscale, by the way. It came off last week. There was a meltdown. Don't think it affected the price that much. It was already like sort of in the doldrums a little bit. People panicking. Why has it come off? But who knows? But it's back on again. So there we go. I think there was a school of thought that I might have came off to go on to the currency sort of sector. So Kaspa will be a money crypto. But either way, whatever, it's gone back on. So we shall see. That can actually drive the price. Crypto. 1 or 2 good messages, no messages, a bad message, then a repaired message can just send the whole place into overdrive, really. So, yeah, so Comet's still kicking on. Looks okay, no issues. It's still there. They're still engaging, which is good. What we're looking at after that, we're looking at Croak. Croak is Croak, which is, I know for a fact Croak's doing okay. It's got a good NFT project behind it. Croak token, there it is. Down, don't worry too much about these. 15%, 20, 25%. A lot of them have been up like 50, 60, 70%, 200%, some of them over the course of the last few days, with the rise from 5.5 cent to 10 cent of, 9.5 cent of Kaspa. $540,000 market cap, remember that. 1755 hold account. Right, let's have a little spy back here. So what we've got, Croak. $776,000 market cap, so it's down on that. That was when I bought it in December. $502,000 market cap in March. But if you look, hold account 1,032 back in December, 1,664 back in March. So basically, what's happening now is we're up to like 500. What was it? 540, but with a higher market, a higher hold account. So what that means is there's more, similar amount of money spread out between more holders. So basically, what that means to me, from my layman's sort of terms of looking at it, is that's more people with the whole supply. So there's less damage can be done if a group of people dump their bags and sell. So you're better to have a more diluted portfolio in terms of more people holding the value of the tokens, because they're going to be holding a lesser amount and they're more likely to hold, in my opinion, going forward. And there's not someone that with like half the supply that's just going to dump the whole bag. So yeah, we need to look into more strategic wallets and such like going forward, and I'm happy to do that. That's absolutely fine. But just as a start of our term, we're at very low market caps here. Like I say, the whole ecosystem, the KRC20s are pretty much in that real infancy. They started off, had a bit of a go. The price of everything came down. That affected these guys, all of them, through no fault of their own. It's just in terms of what the title was in Kaspa. And then, yeah, when we go higher again, more to look into, more to explore, more to pick the bones out of all the different projects. Yeah, so that'll be something exciting to look at as well. Also, Cosmo. It's this one. This is the little dude in the sky, isn't it? $22,000 market cap. Tiny, absolutely tiny. 615 holders. Right, let's have a little spy here. Cosmo, 30,000. So there was a bit more of a market cap size when I bought them. Having said that, in March they were down to 8,000. So they've kind of had a big drop off, and then they're coming back. Holder count 579, and then 613. What are they now? 615. So it's more or less the same as what it was when it was an $8,000 market cap, and it's back up to kind of 2x that, 23,000 there or thereabouts. So yeah, again, tiny numbers. Price wise, pretty much where I started, I think. Yeah, $10, $9.26. So splitting hairs, pretty much where I started. All good. X, again, there was engagement with this as well. Yeah, they're on there 6 minutes ago, and they're reposting other things that people are saying about the projects when they're up, and just other people are saying, the community and such like. Disclaimer: I have looked a little bit at Telegram, and a couple of the projects in terms of the top 3 or 4 or 5 that I've been looking at on the spreadsheet here. Was it? I can't remember, but it was a few of these that they've kind of exactly what I echoed before. There's some messages on there where they've said, look, we haven't been active of late. We know we're building in the background. Things are slow burner. And I totally appreciate that. I don't see the point in going hell for leather for something when the whole thing's sort of down. What you want to do is you want to bring your good news when the sentiment's moving forward. You want to get people like piggybacking, or you want to piggyback the good news yourself for your project. So I understand that 100%. No issue with that at all. So yeah, really enjoying this space. Love seeing what's happening. I can't really take claim to what happened with Conan last week, but I was looking at it courtesy of a comment that somebody made asking if it was there. I was looking at it at $250,000 market cap last week. Hopefully some of you guys that watched, I think it was 50 odd people or something watched last week. Hopefully some of you bought some, because it went up to like a $550,000 market cap. So yeah, it went up significantly. Hopefully you guys made a little bit of money on the side doing that. Yeah, so I can't lay claim to that. I don't think I've got enough viewers to influence sort of votes and movements to that degree. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm enjoying doing this, and the good thing about doing it, looking week on week, I'm getting a bit of a flavour for where things are. You've got your top ones, you've got that KAS moving up, and yeah, there's things to look at, certainly, and yeah, it's enjoyable, and it remains to be seen where we go. But I really do appreciate the fact that I'm here rather than not here, and I'm here in the space, and I think that there's a really good future. Again, not financial advice, and it could all crash and burn, who knows, but it's exciting and I'm enjoying it, so all good. Appreciate anyone's comments, like, shares, subscribes, feedback, anything of that type. Appreciate it all. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.